Hello and welcome back to MarinefordTCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Mango Celsius Lemonade energy drink. It's pretty nice actually, new energy drink just dropped. I think it's relatively new. Anyway, I'm yapping. Today I wanted to try St21 with the pretty amusing combo that I spoke about on X when I first saw these cards revealed because of this new Sanji. If you looked at these leader cases and thought, damn, these look sick. The big blocky borders really bring out the colour of your card, and they're much better protection than a standard sleeve. But then you go to buy, you look at the prices, and you think, maybe not. Well, I just got off the phone with Chief, and we've got you covered. Sleevechief's new leader case is dropping this weekend, June 28th, in 7 awesome colours. 1 for each leader colour, and also pink. What a treat. No matter which colour you main, there's 1 for you. And a box of 100 of these, that's right, 100, will set you back under 20 euros. Incredible value. With that many, you'll be able to set up either a sexy binder collection or hook up your whole crew. And whether you use a budget deck box, look at that, they fit right in there. What a treat. Or if you use a more premium one-piece brand deck box, your leader will fit in there, no problemo. And if you do use code MARINE at checkout, you'll also get a further 5% off your order. But that's not all. Chief himself has kindly arranged for us to do a giveaway on these. If you'd like to win a pack of their new leader cases in a colour of your choice, drop a like and a comment on this video and give Sleevechief a follow over on X, and we'll pick a winner on the 4th of July. Thank you to Sleevechief for sponsoring this video. So there's a 531k that says Don X2's character going Rush. Obviously, this synergizes with your leader effect perfectly because you give 2 rested Don, who would have thought. And then the on-play is draw 1, you can play a 5 cost or less Racc.Coomed crew character, other than Sanji, from your hand. I kept forgetting in these games that this can't play this. They're both called Sanji, don't forget that. But the main combo you want to be doing is using this Luffy, which is basically a 4/6 for all intents and purposes, to reveal 2 events and then play out 3,000 powerless character, this Sanji. And then this Sanji can play out another Luffy, and then this Luffy can play out another Sanji. And then the fourth character that you play, the Sanji, has a couple different targets. You can play the Jinbei, which is a nice 5/6 blocker, draw a card, and then play a Straw Hat Crew card with the cost of 1 from your hand. This is supposed to be able to play stage. It currently can't. It's bugged on the sim. Is what it is. Bear it in mind that this should be able to play the stage. But if you are practicing on the sim for now, it currently can't. But it's still a 5/6 blocker that draws 1. And if you do this combo, Luffy, Sanji, Jinbei, you're actually drawing 3 cards, 2 off the Sanjis and then 1 off the Jinbei. So you're already going down 2 cards in hand, which is nuts for developing 5 bodies. But this Sanji can also play out Sleepy Luffy, 5/6 rush. When attacking, you can give a rested Dom to something. It's another good target. And we also have a few backups in the Chopper 2K and the Frankie if you really need to. Whilst this is brilliant on 4, if you're actually on 5, you can also give both of the Sanjis that you play off this like Giga combo rush. Although on 4, you can only give one of them rush. So if you're on 5, you can be swinging 5 of both Sanjis, 6 with your leader, and potentially 6 with this. Although you won't actually be able to give any rested Don, because you'll run out of Dons, because there'll be 2 of these Sanjis, and 1 on your leader, which is quite funny. Sometimes with this deck, you do actually just run out of rested Don. What a lark. The final new card that I am playing is the boat. I just spoke about it before, but this giving a Don to your leader, or one of your other Monkey D. Luffys, but realistically your leader, every turn is just insane. It just gives you a free Don, on top of being a top 5 search for anything Straw Hat, which this card is exceptional. This is probably the best card in the deck. Even if this combo build doesn't end up being the best way to play this guy, this card's a 4 no matter what build you're playing. This is brilliant. The 2 cards I'm not playing, the 7 cost Luffy, you will see this in a couple of the games. I did try it out. It feels a bit antithetical with what this build is trying to do, in that this build is trying to just combo out immediately. And this doesn't help with that. So you're stuck like not really wanting to draw this until later on in the game. But because we're going so fast, there isn't much later on in the game. So it just never felt amazing. I think it's fine at 2. If you wanted to, before I changed the list, I did have 2 less Bonnies and 2 7 cost Luffys, and it felt fine. But Yeah, overall, I think I enjoy the Bonnie Searcher slightly more. And also this Brook. This Brook is trash. Don't play this card. This should be a 2K. This is just actually horrible. I don't know what this card is, but it's here. But yeah, that's the new cards. The core of the build is just Straw Hat Crew. We've got 4 Nami, 2 Bonnie, and 4 Stages Searchers. Bonnie is not Straw Hat Crew, but she can find Nami, she can find the boat, so you can chain search in that way. This Sanji is a brilliant play on 3, as well as a good backup of this 4-cost Luffy. If you don't have the 5-cost Sanji, this is totally acceptable. Draws you a card when it goes down, swings big. What's not to love? Red's card economy has always been a thing, but now having this Sanji that draws a card, this Sanji that draws a card, and Jinbei who draws a card, we actually have a reasonable amount of card draw in this deck. In terms of 2Ks quickly, I've got 4 of the unblockable Sanji because we like to be unblockable. 3 of this as a backup target off of your Sanji, and 2 Frankie, mainly for Enel. I haven't played any Enel. Again, this is unlimited queue. People are just playing the new decks. But when Enel counts with events, you just don't care. So that's pretty cool. On your lethal turn, you can very happily play this, and your leader effect will just, between your leader effect and the boat, this effectively costs 1. And then can buff the rest of your board by 2,000 when they counter an event, which is crazy. In terms of the events, I'm playing 8 searchable Straw Hat Crew type events. 2 bad manners because it's just a big counter. When your opponent's going for lethal, sometimes you will just have bricks like this Luffy, or we do play a lot of 1Ks. So this effectively acts as extra 2Ks. I've got 2 of the Gum Gum Giant Thrust, which I tried this out 1, and it was coming up quite a lot, you know. It came up in some Kuzan games to pop like chump blockers, little Kobe guys. Into other decks, like just popping their weenies so they can't battle, for example, your Sanji with their weenies is kind of nice. And obviously into an L, we can pop priests once we test that matchup. Into a Nami, you can KO Girl if they're still playing it. Into Blackbeard, you can KO his weenie, but it's a nice option to have. And it is just a 1-don 2K, which is fine. 2 Cloven Hoof Roseo, it's more of like a kill move. It's 3K buff for your characters, and then it gives you 2 rested to use with leader effect, which is nice. The power down on one of their characters can matter as well. If you have to abandon your lethal, you can then battle board a little easier. 2 Mulgun, it's not always good, but when it's good, it's very good. If you've already established a board, this is one of the best things you can be doing. Reducing the power on one of your opponent's dudes, perhaps killing a weenie, so they have less dudes to battle into you. And then being able to clear that tapped dude that you've powered down is nice. And my final event is not searchable, but it is Color of the Supreme King Haki. This is my favourite event in the build, for sure. Because you are an aggro deck, your opponent is going to be focusing your board for a good amount of the game. Obviously, this can't buff your leader, because your leader is not a character or Silver's Rayleigh, but this can buff any of your characters as a 2K, which is just solid. And also, for 1-don, you can just reduce the entirety of your opponent's board by 1K. Even if your opponent is going for lethal, like playing 2 of these reduces the whole of their board by 2K. And that can give you a fighting chance, even though you're not getting the 2K buff to your leader. Which is like, it's very, very reasonable. I'm a huge fan of this card in the build. And we do have to have, I think, at least 12 events. Because this Luffy's combo needs you to have events. And that's all that leads me on to the weaknesses of the deck. Is the combo is really, really damn good. But you need a lot of pieces. You do need a lot of pieces. You need this Luffy. You need, realistically, at least one of these Sanjis. And you want some kind of target for him. Maybe once we start playing these decks more into the meta builds, people will start starving as well. Which could make it even harder for you to assemble your combos. So I'm not sure if this combo build will be the best version of this deck. But it is certainly the most fun. There are some crazy turns in these games, man. 5 guys for 4 dons. What a treat. Going to Zoro. Now, I do know he likes first to play that Shigi, right? So I'm thinking I might just take first off of him. Okay, well, we've got a couple of searches. We've got the events. We're missing our combo, but having the events is a really nice start. I think I'm going to keep. We'll go with the Nami first. Definitely take that. That's going to be important regardless. Then I'd like to see the 4-cost Luffy off this Bonnie. Kinemon, don't know why he rested his Don. Should definitely rest his leader. Roll 2, trash 1. Trashes the Arlong, sure. Okay, well, we got a bunch more searches, so we should get it. We should get it here. Can't swing with this. Not quite. Yeah, we'll go Nami. There's the Luffy. That's pretty good. Then we'll go Bonnie. If we can get another Sanji, we've got like an insane combo here. We can dig again. Or we can take the Luffy for the guaranteed Luffy-Sanji-Luffy combo. We currently have Luffy-Sanji-Sanji. Yeah, we can go Luffy-Sanji. No, we can take... This is the Luffy we wanted. We can go Luffy into Sanji, into Luffy into Sanji. This is the move. This is excellent. What am I talking about? And then we'll swing for 6. 6. Your turn. Yeah, this is exceptional. Color Supreme King Haki's not bad as well. Zoro's a good find. Very, very good. 7, we will be taking. Oh! So we can go Luffy Sanji, Luffy Sanji, Sanji. We can fill the board, man. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Holy shit. And we get so many extra dons. So many extra dons. Luffy. Reveal the 2 color of the Supreme King Hakis. Sanji. We're going to need a don here anyway. We're going to Jinbei. Is that better than the end Sanji? It might be. Luffy over this. Reveal these. Oh no, this can't play this Sanji actually. That's a small... I didn't realize that. I knew it, but I didn't think about it. Oh no, the Jinbei combo doesn't quite work, but it's okay. Play the Jinbei over this. We can't play this because it's bugged. That's fine. I think I want to play this. Just, or do we want to keep the Conqueror's Haki? Both of these would actually have Rush. If I'd put this Don from this onto one of these Sanjis instead of the Luffy, which is kind of funny. I think I'm going to not play the 1000 Sanji. We can just do that next turn. Yeah. Do I want to give both of them Rush? Because we still can if we just forgo the main effect of the Conqueror's Haki. Probably can afford to do that, actually. The extra aggression feels pretty damn good. Got some kind of trigger there. I suspect a restand event. That was a ridiculous 5-don turn. Look at that, dude. And we even have, like, if he clears a bunch of board, we even have all the boys to go again. It's mad. That is mad. There's Tashigi. Rest the Jinbei. Okay, resting the Jinbei is pretty damn good. 3 to 3. I don't think we defend these. We can maybe defend the Jinbei. We'll just let these Sanjis go. They're a pretty heavy investment anyway. If I kept the 1 Don open, this would actually be a super, super clean color of the Supreme King Haki. And if I do defend this, we do... I think we don't defend this, actually. I think we let him have it, and then we just combo out these 3 dudes again. No trigger on that. It's good to have. This is less good to have, but that's okay. Let's play this. We need this down anyway. Yeah, Luffy, Sanji, Luffy is just the move, right? That's just the move. Otherwise, we were going to go Sanji, Luffy, Sanji. But yeah, Luffy, Sanji, Luffy is better. Because we get an extra rush. So we'll go Luffy, reveal the 2 Conqueror's Hakis again, because he already knows they're there. Sanji, put a Don on Sanji. Draw 1, we draw a Jinbei. Is Jinbei ever better than Luffy? I don't think so. Not right now. This can go here. These can go here. Swing for 6. We're just going to keep swinging a bunch of 6s here, I think. Swing for 6. Too many 2 cases cards drawn. Not one there. I should swing with this first, actually. Because if he gets a rest trigger, he gets slightly more value out of resting this. And the reason I'm not attacking for 7 here is because I want to keep 2 Don open for these so we can try and protect as much of our board as possible. Although it would have been pretty decent. But yeah, this will deal the damage. And we'll pass. And then we've got really, really good defense with the 2 Conqueror's Harkeys. We've got a bad manners to toss the shitty Gum Gum Giant Thrust, which I'm probably not going to use. Although it can kill Kinemon, which is funny. But yeah, this is mad defense, right? This is mad defense. If he swings anywhere but lead, and if he swings lead, he's not killing us. He's just not killing us. Not because this is still a 2k for leader. 3. No, we'll just play this. Oh, that's pretty gnarly. Wasn't thinking about Luna. Probably should have been. Probably should have been thinking about Luna. Maybe he can't freeze this Luffy, though. And 2 swings should probably be enough, to be honest. Yeah, Luna is pretty gnarly into us, I guess, huh? Okay, well, in that case... I guess we want to counter up, just in case we can't go for it this turn. And then we'll take whatever this leader swings into. He can clear a board and clear a life. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine, man. You got it. You got it. He's tapped and frozen anyway. Okay. Well, that is completely free. Nothing good there. The Sanji is fairly free. Or we can just take a 2k to have a bit more defense. Got a lot of defense already, though. We can just take this. It's so likely that we win if I go for it. We can go 9. This is at 6. We can go 9, 11. If I go 9 and he takes... 11's sure to go through, right? He didn't have 2Ks last turn, though, and he's drawn max, like... He could have drawn 2. I think this is fine, though. We can just play... I can just play it a little safe here. If he counters this, we can take out the Chi, and he doesn't counter this. So I think I'm just going to go with the 11. We'll leave 1 open for the Conqueror's Haki just in case. In case he was some crazy bluff, but it wasn't. Yeah, nice. Those combos were fucking mental. Which I think into this deck, because they can play board and life, you're going to need to see these ridiculous combos. But like, dude, we filled the board on our 5-Don turn. That's so nuts. That's so good, bro. And if it wasn't for Luna, we'd have like Giga killed him this turn. Luna bought him like some... It made me sort of second guess myself a little bit. But yeah. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Going into Katakuri, let's try first. Oh, I like the double searches. We've got a target for 5 as well. So if we can find the Sanji, and if we can find Sanji events, that's insane. Let's keep. We'll start with the boat. Always want to get this one down first. Well, we find a lot of different things actually there. I think I'm going to take this Sanji. And then if we find events, brilliant. If not, it's still fine. We can go Sanji Jinbei. And we're kind of gaming there. If we top deck a 3 cost, I will play it. Because we can go Sanji Jinbei Nami on 5. Which is solid. 2 Don Katakuri does not really do anything. Yep, there's an event. We're 1 event off the Giga combo. If this Nami can find us an event, we're in the money here. Give me an event. Yes! We get the bad manners. We can do the combo. It's not like the max combo, but it's still pretty damn good. We'll put 1 Don here. Oh, just swing him really, really big. That's fine. We'll deal the damage here. Cool. Pass it over. Yeah, we're going to take whatever swing he does here. 7 makes it even easier for me to take, but we were going to take it anyway. Another Jinbei. Okay, now I do believe Jinbei cannot play this out because he's bugged currently. But it is what it is. We could just play it manually because we're going to have a spare Don. If we find... Are the Luffy, is that better than the Jinbei? I don't think so. Is there anything that's worth finding off of this? Let's show him the 2 events. We've got the Bad Manners and we've got the Color of the Supreme King Haki. And he can confirm. I'm going to check to see if it lets me play out the boat, because you should be able to under the rules, but I do believe I've read that it's bugged currently. Put a Don here. Oh, is that better than the Jinbei? Is that better than the Jinbei? I actually think I still like the Jinbei. So we get a blocker, we can maybe actually defend the Sanji a little bit. And then we have this as a good play for next turn. And I do believe I can't... Yeah, I can't... You should be able to play this, but I can't. But it is what it is. And we'll give a Don here. Can't make all of these swing, so we'll just swing with the Sanji. Do we want to play this other boat? We may as well cycle it out, right? Yeah. Oh, taking another Sanji's nice here, I think. Then we don't even need to defend this. Yeah, let's take another Sanji. And we'll give another Don here. And give 2 Don here. Swing in for 6, and then we'll swing in for 7. Funny numbers. Oh, he's playing MrMaCHONaCHOMan. I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't know why I was surprised by that. It's a really damn good card, and it works nicely with the Big Mum. But still, it's a good thing to be aware of. There's the Kata. What a surprise. I wonder if he'll swing with the Pudding. I wonder if he'll swing with the Pudding. He's going to play out a Pudding, so the answer is still maybe. Is it worth saving this? Okay, kinda? No, because we'd have to defend it from this as well. If I block and 2k, I'd have to give a 1k as well. So I think the answer is just no. We just let this go. It's fine. We've got another one for even more card draw anyway. That is a serious amount of events. Too many. Our manners are too poor. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Sanji into the Luffy. I think we'll keep 1 Don open for the Color of the Supreme King. Don't think I ever want to play that. We could play Jinbei into that, but I think I like the Luffy here. Then we'll go give a Don here. Give 2 Dons here. And I want to swing as many 6s as possible, just so he can't get value from leader. So we'll start with 6 from Jinbei. Sorry, that's clearly not Jinbei, is it? That's clearly Sanji. There's an Uzumaki. Go 6 from this Luffy. Cool. 6 from this Luffy. 6 from actually Jinbei. 7 from lead. Incredible value. He didn't even get a draw off the MrMaCHONaCHOMan. And then we pass. And we have the Color of the Supreme. There's the Big Mum. We knew that was coming. What's he going to zero out? This Luffy? Right? This Luffy, I do believe. Yes, indeed. Then can get value by attacking it with the Pudding. Yeah, do we want to defend this at all? I think the answer is no. We don't defend this, we don't defend this. We defend these with our lives. Yeah, just let that one go. It's fine. Don't want to defend this either. No, we don't want to defend that either, I don't think. Like, we don't have to win next turn. We've still got 4 lives, and there's just like an obscene amount of counter. That one's not going to happen. And then this stops his leader from swinging as well. He can swing for 5 at lead, actually, still. Yeah. And I think I will just take. Sure, that's not too... We're probably not going to get good targets for that. Another coloured Supreme King Haki is nice, though. Right, now, we can win this turn. We can very well win this turn. I'm going to play this, because we could get a Rush Luffy. We don't. Could go with Cloven Hoof for Azeo. It's actually pretty nice this turn, I think. I think I like it this turn. Reduce this, I guess. Never reducing this. Let's roll. So how big's this? This is currently at 5. Yeah. Let's go 7 with this. Seven with this. Oh, that's not good. 8-9's got to be the way, right? There's no way you can counter 8-9. If he counters the 8, then we can leave the Jinbei up. Oh, what does that get? That gets him a 2k? No, it gets him a brick. Okay, you're dead. You are dead, sir. Goodbye. Yeah, you had one at the event, but when you play the 10 cost, you can't keep it on open for the event. That was a fun game, actually. He went straight from Katakuri to Big Mum, which definitely saved him a little bit. But yeah, once you get these Luffy combos off, they're really damn good. It's just like the consistency's a little iffy. I wonder if we just cut the 7-cost Luffy entirely and just go more into this. Play like a couple extra searches or something. I'm thinking that might be the play. And either way, well played to our opponent. We're giving it to Kuzan. Let's take second. See if we can get much of our combo off. We've got double searches. We don't have any pieces of the combo. But we can try and draw into a couple. We need a lot, though. Right? We need events. We need the Luffy. We need a target. We do at the very least have this Luffy. I'm not sure. I really do like the double searches, though. The stage especially. To just get that extra aggression. And we've got top decks as well. He finds his 6-cost Garp. That's going to be perfect for him later on. This is not something I'm looking for early. We'll go with this. I'll grab a Sanji just to have something to do next turn. Then we'll play the Nami. Okay, so I'm going to take the other Sanji here. Yeah, it's fine. We're not going to get our 4-cost Luffy combo off, but we're at least going to have something to do on the next turn. And then we can do Sanji Luffy on the turn after that. So we've not got a bad setup at all. He goes with the Sengoku, very nice. Trashes Kuz. Now against Kuzan, we need to be as aggressive as possible, because late game, he outvalues us in the late game. Finds a Bluegrass and a Saka, 2 more bricks. Yep, we'll just take this one. Another Rush Luffy, not bad. We do get it, we don't have any events, unfortunately, so we can't pull off the combo. That's okay. Am I going to risk the trigger to get a 7 swing in? Am I going to risk the trigger to get a 7 swing in? No, I don't think I am. I think if we swing 7 there and he triggers Raging Tiger or Ice Time, we're just in a very difficult position. Goes with the Bluegrass, gets rid of an army, that's fine. And then we'll take the 6. He's going to be focusing on board anyway, so we just want as many cards in hand as possible. We've still not got any events, so we've only got 1 event. If we had a second event, we could do a Giga combo here, which would be awesome. So we're going to do Sanji into Luffy, which is fine. That's going to cost 5. If we actually get an event off this Sanji, we can play the Luffy, but we then don't have anything to play off the Luffy. So no, it's not going to work. We're just going to do Sanji Luffy. One Don's going to go on leader. I don't think we're swinging anything bigger than the 6, so let's just swing a bunch of 6s this turn. Demand that he gives us a bunch of 2Ks if he has them. Does give us one there. Then we'll go Sanji. Draw into a Mulgun. That could actually be pretty good next turn. We'll play out the Luffy. Put a Don here. Put 2 Dons here. Do I want to leave one up for Gum Giant Thrust? 2K, 2K. We could, like, maybe defend our board a little bit if I do. No, I don't think so. I think we just want to swing as many 6s as possible. Okay, he's drawn a lot of 2Ks early. That's really good for him. Sometimes Kuzan just does not draw the 2Ks early. And that's when they can be in real trouble. So it's very fortunate for our opponent that he has seen enough 2Ks early in the game. 3 already is really, really good. We're going to lose probably both of these. We need to keep this Luffy. That's the main thing we need to keep. We know he has... Am I willing to save this? I don't think I am. I think we need to just say we'll lock counter to save this Luffy. He's got 7 Don here, 6 for Garp, 1 for either swinging a little larger into our Luffy or something, or keeping 1 for an event. Choice is his. There's the Garp, there's the Kuzan. Okay, stuns the Luffy, very nice. Good stuff for our opponent here. We need to kind of... Yep, that's fine, that's going to go. We drew another 4-cost Luffy, but we don't have any targets, and that's a little awkward. I think I'm actually going to counter this one. Or am I? No, I'm going to be greedy. Supreme King Haki, and we've got 2 of them now. So we can alleviate a lot of aggression, but we don't really have anything to do, because I don't have a target for this Luffy. Which is just a little awkward. If we had one more of the Sanjis, we'd be gaming. Playing Mulgun feels pointless. I think we're just going to need to... Is it worth it to play this? We could remove the Bluegrass and deal the damage. And then next turn we can maybe go double Luffy. Go a bit wider. I think it's better than just playing a Luffy this turn, because we're playing one character regardless. Do I even want to remove the Bluegrass? We could just try and smack face twice. It's really unfortunate this can't attack, but it is what it is. Do I want to attack this? I think it's worth it. We would get 1 card by swinging face, but by removing this, we get 1 card anyway, because he can't get the draw 2 trash one. And then we'll deal the damage with this. And we'll just keep 1 Don open for a Conqueror's Haki. Because I suspect we'll want it. Or Gum Giant Thrust. We can use either. And then next turn we have the Luffys. We can go with a double Luffy play. He's going to want to leave a Don open at least 1. Ice Time would be really good here. We've just not quite got going fast enough. With this version... Yeah, there you go, Ice Time. With this version of the deck, you really need to see those combos with the Luffys and the Sanjis. Otherwise, you get in deep trouble real fast. Aramaki. Sure. We can maybe go Mulgun. Or we can... Oh, okay. We get to Giant Thrust, one of these Kobes, which is really, really good for us. That's exceptional. Yeah, so this is going to be a 6. Do we have a 1k we want to get rid of? Yes. I'll give this 1k. And then we'll defend defend this next swing with the Gum Sumo Thrust. Alright, what do we do first? We buff. We kill Kobe. Then resolve. And then this one, I think we've got to take another Luffy. All these Luffys and no damn targets. Frustrating. I think we have to play board police here a little bit. So what we can do is play the Mole Pistol, reduce the Kuzan, pop the Kobe, play out a Luffy, and then jam into the Kuzan. That seems reasonable. So let's reduce this, KO this. Then I think I'll just swing 6 into it. We can actually play this, and if we find a... Yeah, if I find a Sanji off at this, we're in a really good spot. What's this, that 3? I think I'm going to play this next. We don't get a... That's not the Sanji I was looking for. That's not the Sanji I was looking for. Yeah, we don't really have anything better to do here. I can take a 1k, a mole gun, or a Jinbei 1k. I guess I could play the Luffy into the Sanji so that we're wider for next turn, and still take out the Kuzan. I think I'll take the Sanji. We'll do this again. Swing 7 into 3. Go to the Kuzan. And then, yeah, do I want to go Luffy into Sanji so that we're wider? That could be nice, because then he can't stun everything. If we play this Luffy, we'll get to swing for 9. Could maybe clear the guard, but going wide feels pretty good here. Let's deploy this. Reveal 2 Conqueror's Hakis, and then play out the Sanji. And put a Don here for a laugh. And yeah, that's going to be it, because nothing can attack. Now, he's shown us Raging Tiger last turn. He could very well have another one, but at least that is his entire turn if that's all he's doing. That's the one benefit. This not being able to buff leader, a bit of a shame, but there's not a lot I can do about it. We'll see what he goes for here. He can go for lethal, but it's a little risky, so yeah, I didn't think he would. Go up into Kuz, tosses to Shigi, so he's not got too many bricks in his hand. That's a little scary. Sengoku, okay, he drew a brick off the Kuzan because he would have tossed that 100%. But we're going to know a good amount of stuff in his hand now. He has a smoker and a... Okay, a lot of 2Ks. Very good, very good. 5. We'll give up the Luffy. And 6, we'll give up the... Frankie could be good, actually. He might activate an event. I don't think the unblockable is actually going to come up because he's tossed the Aramaki and he's used 2 Kobes. Chance of more Kobes is relatively low. Okay, now this Luffy can't attack. If we can play this for free. What's our best odds of going for lethal? We know he has a lot of 2Ks. And we know he likely doesn't have too many bricks. Maybe 1 or 2. Then he has 1 Don for an event. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd have 5 swings. He'd have to counter 2 of them? 3 of them. 3 of them. If we play this, this will be at 6k. We'll have 6, 6, 6. This can donate 1 for free. Swings aren't bad. The swings aren't bad. I think we have to go for it now. I think this is the turn where we go for it. Triggers in life we can't play around because all our dudes are too small. Chill, dude. Chill, chill. I'm taking a second to think. It's not that serious. So this is 8. I think I'm going to start with a 7. He's going to take that one. Okay. Let's go with another 7. There's the pheasant peck. Okay, so we got 4K's worth of value out of that one. We know he has 2K's in hand. Do you want to play this again? If I do, we swing 6, 6, 7, 8. If I don't, we get to swing 7, 7, 7, 9, 7, 9, 9. Gave us the 2-2Ks we know about, so he has no 1Ks. Okay. Okay. Now we have to leave 2 Don open and take out the Garp. We'll try to take out the Garp. He might be able to save it. Okay, yeah, he had way too much counter. Well, let's see. You never know. He might fuck up the numbers, but I believe we have lost this game now with 4 swings on board. Yeah, I believe we have lost for sure. As long as he doesn't fuck up his numbers. Yeah, that's the game. GG's. Well played to our opponent. Well played. Oh, it was close. It was close enough. We were close to getting rid of that Garp, and if he had 1 less body, it's like maybe playable. To go another turn there. He just drew too many 2Ks early, honestly. That's all it came down to. He drew way too many 2Ks early, and we didn't combo out enough. That is the risk you run with this build. Like, this Luffy, it's not... when you get it, it's insane, man. But it's not as consistent as you might like, because you need so many different things to make it work. You need the targets, you need the events. And it's easy for Rayleigh, because that deck can afford to just run all the Haki events. So you don't have to run actual 2Ks like the Frankie or the Sanji or whatever. So you always have the events, and then you're just looking for targets. But with this deck, it's not quite as consistent. So what do you think of the deck? What do you think of the build? I did change halfway through. In a couple of the games, I did not have this Bonnie Searcher. I had 2 of the Luffy. And I had 3 Bad Manners and 1 Gum Gum. I think this is Gum Gum Sumo Slap in English. Maybe it's Giant Thrust. I don't know. I've seen both. I feel like it's Sumo Slap. Either way. I had 1 of these and 3 Bad Manners, and the Sumo Slap was outperforming, and the Bad Manners was underperforming. So I've swapped them over, gone to 2 Bad Manners, 2 Sumo Slap. Nice even ratios. It felt decent, man, into those 5k leaders, or even 6k leaders, because you're swinging a lot of 6s. Man, you swing so many times. You swing so many times. It's so fun. Whether or not this build ends up being the best, this is so fun to play. Getting to play just 5 guys on 4 dudes feels illegal. Like, you shouldn't be able to do this. You shouldn't be able to do this, but you can. And that's a real treat. I'm excited for this Jimbo to get his bug fixed so I can play at the boat. A couple of times that came up and was like, it's a bit of a buzz kill. So I really want to make some cool plays, and then it's like, nah, it's bug. You can't play the boat. Which sort of it can lose you the Dons to give maybe even this Sandy Rush, as well as swinging a bit bigger with your leader, which is a shame, but it happens. Rest of this build feels fine. I'll probably try a build as well where it's more sort of end game focused, power down, board removal, and not playing this combo, because this combo eats into the deck space like an insane amount, right? You've got to play 12 events, of which, would I be playing most of these if I wasn't playing this guy? Hell no. Maybe we'd be playing some Bad Manners because it's just a good damn card. Maybe we'd be playing some Mole Guns because it's also a pretty good card. But I wouldn't be playing the Conqueror's Haki. I very much doubt. Certainly wouldn't be playing Gum Gum Sumo Slap, and I don't think I'd be playing Cloven Rose either. So you'd have a ton more space, which you could then allot to an extra copy of Jinbei, maybe like another couple of Bonnie Searchers to increase your consistency. Some of these, maybe some more top end, maybe like a Roger, I don't know. There'd be all sorts of things you could try out. And I'm interested to try a more, a less like all-in build as well. But I wanted to try this out because it looked really fucking fun. And it did not disappoint. Either way, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.